Let's start, please. Today, we are going to talk about superlative adjective. That is a grammar topic. Let's start with a short definition. That is why I'm going to ask to Anderson to read the definition. Anderson, can you help me, please? A superlative.
A superlative adjective expresses the extreme or highest degree of a quality. We, as, we use a superlative adjective to describe the extreme quality of one thing in a group of things.
Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Now, we are going to read some examples. Please help me, Aquino, Lucero, with the examples. Look at these examples. Aquino Lucero, can you help me, please? Wamani, can you help me with the examples? Read the examples.
Okay, teacher. Jan is
1 meter,
one meal
70.
35 75. David is 1 meal 80. Chris is 1 meal 85. Chris is the tallest.
The second, please.
Canada, China, and Russia are big countries, but Russia is the biggest. Mount
The,
Everest is the highest mountain in the world.
yes, thank you for your participation. So, as you can notice in the definition, we use the superlative, okay, to express the extreme, okay. What is the extreme one? For example, Chris is the tallest, okay, in comparison to the other person, right? Mentioned here, John, David, Chris. Okay, so Chris is the tallest. If we compare Canada, China, and Russia, we say the Russia is the biggest. Okay, and look here, Mount Everest is the highest, okay, in the world. So when we talk about or we want to express the extreme, okay. Thank you. Let's continue. Now we're going to mention some formation of superlative adjective. Okay, how can we formate that? No, as with comparative adjective, there are two ways to form a superlative adjective. Okay, says the short adjective at est, the long adjective use most, but we also use the at the beginning. Okay, let's explain a little bit more. Here in this chart, you can notice, okay, that here is about short adjective. Okay, what does that mean? We have one syllable adjective or maybe two syllable adjective ending in y. What's wrong? We have rule, okay? We add est to those adjectives when it's short. For example, if the adjective end in letter E, we just add st. Okay, if the adjective ends in consonants, vowels, consonants, double to the consonants. Look, big, we have consonants, vowel consonants, we double the consonants, so the biggest, right? If the adjective ends in Y, change the Y to I. Happy, happiest. Look, in all examples, okay, when we talk about short adjective, we add the at the beginning, okay, and also est at the end. What's wrong or what's happening when we talk about a long adjective? Let's see. Long adjective. It means that have two syllables adjective, not ending in y, okay? All the adjective of three or more syllables. For example, modern, pleasant. In the case of the three or more, expansive, intellectual. In this case, we use the word most, okay? The most. For example, modern, the most modern. Expensive, the most expensive. Okay, it's happened when it's a long adjective. Okay, now let's remember with some two syllables adjective, we can use est or most. It means that both are possibles, okay? Both are possible. For example, quiet. In the case of quiet, we can say the quietest or most quiet. In the case of clever, the cleverest or most clever. Narrow, the narrowest or most narrow. Simple, the simplest or most simple. What does that mean? That both are possibles, okay? But we have some exception. They said the following adjective have irregular forms. What does that mean? When I say it's irregular forms, it means that we are not going to use the rules before, okay? For example, good, the best, bad, the worst, far, the farthest or furthest. Both are possible, okay? One more. We have one more tip. When we compare one thing itself, we do not use the, okay? For example, England is coldest in winter, not the coldest. Why? Why not the coldest? Because we are comparing only one thing itself, not with other places or maybe other things, okay? My boss is the most generous when we get a big order. Okay, not the most. No, no, no. Okay, it's most generous. Good. So now we are going to do some exercise about it. Let's see the exercise.
80. Exercise 2. Conversation. Life in Sydney. Part A.
So, Akemi, how do you like living in Sydney?
I miss Japan sometimes, but I love it here. I think it's the most beautiful and one of the most exciting cities in the world.
But do you find it stressful?
Not at all. I know Sydney is the biggest city in Australia, but remember, I'm from Tokyo.
Oh, yeah. What else do you like about living here?
A lot of things. It's very clean and safe. The people are friendly. Oh, and the food here is fantastic.
I agree. I think Sydney has the best restaurants in the country.
Hey, do you want to get something to eat?
Sure. I know a nice cafe. It's cheap but good.
Good. So it was a conversation between Peter and Akemi, right?